Alright, what's up everybody? Very excited to get started here on the second episode for Vinland Saga. I myself literally just came off of watching the premiere episode and I thought it was great. I really enjoyed the relatively slow build-up, I would say, the way that they established different characters. Of course, we have Thorfinn, who is just our kind of protagonist. It seems, right now they do seem to put a lot of focus on him, although he's of course not the character that we actually started out with. That was his dad. But yeah, Thorfinn has this dream of adventure, right? And he is kind of the more typical protagonist as I described him. But then the dad is this very moral character. And they had this storyline with the slave that kind of escaped from an enemy faction, right? They all live in Iceland. And so the dad is very... Yeah, he puts a big priority and importance on the concept of family, I think, right? Because we saw that already in the very first battle where a soldier who he killed and then basically apologized to his wife for even taking part in this battle in the first place and basically giving his life here. That hit the dad in a certain kind of way where it seemed like he actually abandoned the battle to me. So, even later on we see that where the slave was kind of like calling out his family and wanting to go back to them and stuff, and it made the dad actually be prepared to trade 8 sheep just for his life, even if afterwards the slave actually still died and they couldn't rescue him, unfortunately. So I wonder, what they're gonna go into there. There were some other characters like the Lave guy who was super funny, but even to him, I talked about that too in the review, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. But there seemed to be more to him than I initially had thought, because initially it definitely did seem to me like he was just posing and pretending and exaggerating all his stories. But then afterwards, he did tell one in a much more serious tone. Yeah, that was quite impactful, where he had actually lost a lot of his friends, and it definitely seemed legit. It seemed like he was actually, telling the truth there, and maybe he just, I don't know, hurt his own reputation a little bit too much by joking around or by exaggerating his stories in the past, even though he definitely did experience some stuff that you might not expect from him. So all in all, really love the way they set up the story so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. We're going to be diving into episode 2 here, but of course do let me quickly point out that if you enjoy my reactions to Vinland Saga, you can actually already watch the next 8 episodes right now over on my Patreon. That is linked on top of the description. Over there we will be on episode 10 already, so you can watch all the way up until there right now, along with full-length reactions if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. Also, guys, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, of course, and the notification bell, because I'll be reacting to this series twice a week, every Tuesday and Friday, so definitely something for you to look forward to. But for now, let's dive into episode 2 of Vinland Saga. Northern England.
その日は土曜日で、バイキングたちは土曜日に風呂に入る。彼らのその習慣をイングランド人は知っていた。
Oh shit. Ambushed. Oh my god, that's so brutal. Wow. Just burning the whole place. Those kids are playing that, right? I was gonna say. Gotta step your game up, dude. Why does he say that? Oh, because the women are not natural soldiers? Oh, Leif is leaving. To Norway. I guess they regularly sort of travel between the countries. I actually wonder if, based on the intro, Thorfinn wouldn't actually go with him.
あるいはこの村にワインがあるかと思ったんだが。トルフィン、一走りお前の父上に伝言を頼む。軍船が来た。
Oh, but isn't that the friend that we saw teased in the previous episode? Yeah, I mean, this could be really bad news, but that's the thing, man. Life is so uncertain in these times. Okay, well, they're not coming in charging at least. No, I think that these were the soldiers of the friend that we saw. They are specifically looking for the dad.
ヨウムの戦士たちよ、私はここだ。
I presume it was because he left that battle in the first episode. Oh. Okay.
まさかここまで探しに来るとはな。不老機。よもやこのような最果ての地にお隠れとは。
So this is Floki.
不老機。では、まずは上陸の許可を。伝楼各地で多くのデンマーク人がイングランド軍に殺害されました。そしてその中には、デンマーク国王スベンの妹君、グンヒルド様もいたとのこと。妹の仇討ち。ヨウム戦士団はデンマーク軍と連合します。来たる春にはイングランドへの侵攻が始まりました。
Okay, I assume the dad is going to be reluctant to be coming along, yeah.
ここは北の最果ての小村だ。北海の向こうで大国同士が何をしようと関わりはない。
Yeah, it's like it's not my fight.
そうは参りません。我が首領シグバルディの命令は全艦隊ヨムスボルグに集結せよ。そのものがたとえ脱走兵といえる。
Deserters.
ヨウム戦士団大隊長トロルのトールズ。
Yeah, he was called the troll in the past.
あなたも参戦するのです。
And I guess he doesn't have a choice.
15年前行方不明になったあなたがこの度晴れて戦線に復帰する。すべてを不問にしてそういうことにしてくださるというのです。我が首領はそれ。
Oh, it was 15 years, not 5 years. I think that's what I said.
それを伝えるために軍船で来ることはあるまい。村の者が動揺している。戦災とは今日まで無縁だったのでしょうな。
Wow, this guy, man. He basically said, yeah, but they're about to.
俺初めてだよ。わざわざ海越えてトールズさんを誘いに来たんだぜ、あいつら。
でもよ、俺ら連れてってもらえるかな。
お前ら人を切ったことねえだろ。そういう経験があるかないかで。悪い。
あなたがこたびの戦に加わらぬとおっしゃるなら。
He's gonna kill him on the spot.
使命を果たせぬし、我が首領の面目も潰れる。そうなれば、とても手ぶらでは帰れません。
Yep, they're basically just being held hostage here for him to agree.
お分かりでしょう。
That's what I was saying. He's not gonna have much of a choice.
トールズが昔ヨウムの戦士だったとはな。
強いんすか？
強い。あまりに強くてベンドランド王などは彼らから税金が取れないでいるほどさ。北海最強を自負する軍団だ。
Damn, man, we got Vinland now too. These names, it's gonna be hard to keep track of them all.
聞かれよ村の衆。私はヨウム戦士団の不老機だ。主命により勇者トールズ・スノーレソンに活性を頼むためこの地へ参った。我と思わん者はトールズ殿と共に。
So they're asking whoever can fight to come with.
ではトールズ殿、いずれ戦場で会いましょう。
Oh, well, at least they're giving him time.
戦だ
Damn, these guys are all happy about it. And Thor himself is like so reluctant. And I think Leif kind of knows his history. Wow, the contrast could not be greater.
人を殺すことで身を立てていた。でもある日急に嫌になったんだ。だから逃げたんだ。戦場から。
Yeah, that was exactly when he killed that one guy who was apologizing to his wife.
うまく見せかけたつもりだったんだがな。
もう一度
Try it again.
この村が俺の代わりに報復される。ヨウムの掟は脱走者を許さない。
Man, it's so sad to see them all so happy about it, you know?
レイフさん、今日出港じゃなかったっけ？
トールズに頼まれたんだ。その軍船と船団を組むことにしたよ。
そうか。確かにそう。
What, as like backup? Yeah.
いざって時は俺らが守ってやるからよ。
In all fairness, that's pretty nice. The one kid was so bruised. Yeah, he is driven. You can tell already. He's gonna make for a good soldier later. Oof.
子供の遊びにしちゃやりすぎだ。
トルフィンがやったんだよ。あいつ最近ムカつくんだ。手加減しねえし、もう絶対仲間にしてやんねえ。
本当か。うちの子が。
でもまだ6つだろ。4つ5つ上の子たちに怪我させると大したもんだよ。いい戦士になるぜあの子は。
That's exactly what I said.
じいさまの代からの家宝の武具で存分に戦ってこい。
あれ。おお、かっけえぞあれ。
俺のも見てくれ。
All putting on their new outfits for the first time.
おお、でけえな。獲物ったら槍だよ。
おお、なんなら勝負するか。
Thorfinn is probably disappointed that he's still so young, you know?
僕には武器が必要なんだ。武器があれば。あんたさては戦士になって父親に見せてもらっちゃおうとか。
Yeah, how do you figure that?
言っとくけどね、無駄な努力よ。あんたみたいなちびっこが。
Puny. Oh, the chest that they teased. Oh, is that maybe some kind of like weaponry and gear in there? Helmet. Oh, it's the dad's old. Yeah, of course. It's the same helmet that they were all wearing. Little dagger. Oh shit.
剣は人を殺す道具だ。お前はこれで誰を殺すつもりなんだ。
敵。
お前の敵は誰なんだ。
Good question.
ハーフ団とか。
お前に敵などいない。誰にも敵などいないんだ。
Dude, I love the dad, man. He's already my favorite character.
どこにもいない。
だって父上は明日戦に行くんでしょ。敵を殺しに行くんでしょ。子供じゃない。父上は嘘を言ってる。僕にだってわかる。
トルフィン。
I mean, you should probably just explain him the whole story, even though it will take quite some time. Because I can see how to Thorfinn it seems a little, you know.
あの子、 頼む。
I'm not sure what the right word is, but illogical, I guess. Faroe Islands. Damn.
よし行ったな。左手で投げて命中ならその酒樽は俺のもんだぞ。うるせえ。当たってから言え。
主よ。
行くぞキリスト坊主。避けたら殺すぞ。
Oh my god.
避けたろ。今避けたろ。殺す。マジ殺す。次は俺だ。
神父様。
おい、ヨウムの兄さん方、あんたらも一杯やらねえか。
Are they here for a drink?
お行儀が良くていらっしゃる。
ほっとけ。安酒はお口に合わねえんだとよ。
I guess they're just here to recruit some more people as well, or what?
相変わらず貴様の手下は品がないな。アシェラット。
キリスト教が好かねえだけですよ。フローキーの旦那。それよりさっさと仕事の話をしましょうや。
報酬は金5ポンド。奴の死体と引き換えでなければ払わんぞ。奴の船と積み荷はお前たちの好きにしていい。トールズを殺せ。
What? Oh my god. Okay. Well, it was already great to already see some of the talking points that I had last episode come back here and see how important of a role they actually played, right? Because I talked about the little scene that we saw in the first episode very early on that they didn't really address anymore in the first episode later on, where we saw the dad kind of fleeing from that battle scene, right? And now we find out he actually had basically faked his death there and had figured that nobody would ever be able to track him back down or whatever. Also, it had been 15 years instead of 5. Just a little detail that I somehow overlooked, but it makes a lot of sense because we saw there as well that the dad at the time, he was thinking about his daughter who had just been born. And we see here that, you know, she's of course Thorfinn's older sister. So it's definitely been quite, you know, more years than 5. So 15 it actually was. And Thorfinn wasn't even born at that time, of course. So at the same time, what we clearly see, and I guess I will first go to the ending here because that's the thing. It's hard to tell what it's exactly about, but this Floki guy is asking some other faction on the Faroe Islands to basically deal with Thors, right? And to get rid of him. And I wonder why that is. Like, I wonder why can he not... If he doesn't want the guy, if he wants the guy dead, why can he not do it himself? Is that just seen as like treachery or whatever, right? Or like basically, yeah, killing your own people? Is that why? And why does he want to kill him in the first place? Is it simply because he did abandon... I'm not sure what the Viking code is, to put it like that. Like him abandoning that scene, I think the dad did bring it up, that's like an unforgivable act in a certain way. But I guess it's not unforgivable enough in a way where you can be killed for it then officially, but this guy still wants him dead because of it. I assume that's kind of the way I am interpreting it right now. But yeah, other than that, I mean, what we see here essentially, and what this entire second episode was about, was the fact that Floki came to collect the dad, you could say, Thor's, and his people, you know, to help in the war between the Danish and the English, I think it was, right? And the contrast, again, it could not be greater between just all these inexperienced youngsters, you could say, who, yeah, I don't know, they enjoy and they dream about war, right? And I wonder why that is, but I guess it's just like the environment that you grow up in and stuff. And I can understand that when you're just out there surviving on these lands, and that's just all that your day looks like, right? Your day-to-day activities is just milking cows and feeding people and keeping everybody alive. It's like they long for something for a greater purpose, I guess, and that's what they see in war. Whereas Thor's and Leif as well, you can see they've been through it and they know that it's pointless. And again, I love just the stark differences there, you know, between all these excited soldiers and kids, even the kids, right? And you can see it in Thorfinn himself as well, who is too young, of course, to come along, but he also like was very driven. And I already said in the last episode how he kind of gave me Aaron vibes, and I will stick with that for now. I hope you don't mind. But with the way that he was fighting all those other kids, actually giving that one kid a broken arm or whatever, he also wants to mean something. And you know, the dad even says, you don't even have enemies. Like, he is so excited about fighting, but he doesn't even have enemies, right? And so what happens then? You will just make up enemies, essentially. And that's what he's doing, right? By mentioning that Harfold guy, I think, who was, of course, the other faction that we saw in the previous episode. But yeah, like, I mean, it's not like Thorfinn has any experience with these people or like any personal connection. He's just a kid. So I really, it's already a little tragic to me to see, you know what I mean? And I feel like the show, it's kind of gonna go in a more tragic direction because of it. You know, I noticed, and it's just a little prediction, I guess, but based on the opening for the show, we can kind of see already that Thorfinn ages in it, and we see a slightly older Thorfinn, I would say like 5 years older or something. You know, basically fighting and stuff, right? I'm not sure if we even see the dad, and I wonder, again, what happens? Like, could the dad actually be dying, and will that be the thing that sort of, really pushes Thorfinn to become even more driven the way he is, even though it's the opposite of what his dad would have wanted? That's what I kind of wonder about, but still, it's very hard to tell the overall direction that the story will be heading in. Still a lot of, you know, things happening at once, many factions and characters that were introduced to right places as well, like I said, because now they added, they brought up Vinland and the Faroe Islands we get now, and even England we got. It's like, holy shit, man. I mean, they are bringing all locations into this. It's crazy. But really, I do very much enjoy just the like I said, the slow build-up, essentially, that is in the show right now, because I feel like it's setting up a very grand in scope adventure that could go in all kinds of directions, and I very much just appreciate that about it. So for now, I hope that you all enjoyed my reaction here to the second episode of Vinland Saga. Of course, guys, if you do, you can already watch the next 8 episodes right now over on my Patreon. That is linked on top of the description as always. Over on Patreon, we will be on episode 10 already, so you can binge all the way up until there, along with, of course, full-length reactions if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, as I'll be reacting to the show twice a week. Yeah, and then for now, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.